Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. It's another day that we are back to the system. I'm gonna be getting direct to the point, and I like it. And today's video, it's muchly dedicated to the people whom they are thinking about. We are here to be intimidated, and we are here to be not talking what is the real factual thing unto the village. And today I have seen it in the reality, whereby when things gonna be getting worse and to get to side, they talk about, yes, arrest him, whatever and whatever. Whenever it gets to this kind of the demagogues, they talk about, oh, you know, Gintu are jealous of it, shame on you. Back to the system. Yesterday I broadcasted a single video that was coming out determining and also talking about what happened with one of the gentlemen called Muita Africa. He was dilutively beaten like a dog in a mosque. He was beaten like a Cherokee drum. He was not even having a breathing capillogenic way of the systemic way of inhaling. In a way like he was in a hell. And we can call it, he was in an inferno. At this kind of the rate, we ever came out to broadcast to say the brutality that is prevailing to this kind of the village. Still, we are in a colonialism, which talk about now we are calling it neo-colonialism. Because when the colonizers went, and when the colonizers were in this kind of an African continent, they were handling things on their own hands. What they want, at which rate, what they need to do, nobody is there to ask them. All the governments, everybody was handed their own mandate, and everybody will and should get any kind of the pinpointment that he or she should do from this kind of the people. And from this kind of the directorate rule that was to govern this kind of an Africa, still we have it in this kind of the era we are in 21st century. And that's why we want to make sure that this village is not of goons. This village is not to be sent with the people talking about, okay, because you have a different thought than what I'm having, I should make sure that that thought is diminished. We ever grew up knowing like the movies are the ones that portray such kind of the characters. Some of the novels portray such kind of the characters. And that's why we call about fasihi ni kioo cha jamii. This is the literature can be the light and the shadow of tomorrow. And when we were told read the storybook, it was to emphasize and get and govern you to know your rule, to know everything about the freedom, the rights, and much more. But where we are, whenever we are coming out to express it, yesterday you heard this kind of the gentleman saying, or you know, when you are broadcasting such kind of the videos, and when they go viral, the US embassy or any kind of an embassy from different countries, they ever Google you before you go out, and they will get a hotspot that maybe you are a scammer, a hotspot maybe you are a rapist, or you are wherever in this kind of the village, and they will understand from that kind of the topic. So when you say some of the people are behaving in a way like people should not say anything to apprehend them where they belong, they think about it's a new time for them to start intimidations, accusations, beatings, brutality, and so much inhuman. Talk about inhumanity, that some of the things are not to be done to human beings, including if a prisoner who is sentenced of death sentence is given his rights and freedom to do what is to prevail at any time in which position, and is given and has a lawyer to make sure that this kind of the person is confirmed guilty or not guilty. But when you come to this kind of the village, as I say, we started as a good village, not knowing there are some of the different agendas that not everybody should embark to them and talk about, I want to follow this because of being famous. You know what? We are becoming stupid, and why we are brainwashed is whereby so many YouTubers in this kind of the village, they think about if they go behind and talk about, no, this is not the reality, I will not eat. If they don't, yes, they are given that mandate. Because sometimes we always say, let the government has tributaries. If you know you have to stay silent and you will eat from the government, stay silent. If you know you will say to comprehend and apprehend the matters to this kind of the government, just do the necessary for you to eat. And if you are in the government to talk about, I will defend it, because at the most level, they talked about in Africa, we don't have corruption. In Africa, we have something called looting of public funds, looting of people's acknowledgements, looting people's dignity, looting the behavior of this kind of the village, and also accusating, which is the looting of our own culture. But we are there to support, we are now moving to Western life. We are moving to the 20th century. We are still 600 years behind USA. People should get me that way. We are very, very behind. Because if it could be a normal way of understanding the things that are being there, what is the matter of a person who has accused you or whatever is necessary? Why do you want to come and confront the person to start engaging into confrontation, creating that beef, until you reach at a point you want to beat somebody because you have that powers to pay the police. You have the powers to talk to the police. You have the powers to make sure that the police, they're going to be shutting down when you're going to be talking. And whenever this kind of, you can see it. There's a time a principal in the school I was learning had a problem with the parents. They never understood themselves when they had a meeting. And when now the meeting was to be rearranged and the parents came, I never saw even any parent greeting this kind of talk about the principal in this kind of the school. Why? They knew this person is a mongoloid gentleman. In a way, like, how can we be portrayed like haters, portrayed like stupid people, portrayed like the people who cannot think? In this era, we are still in neo-colonialism. I've never seen. In a way, like, still a person can order you. A person who is a very primitive person in terms of knowledge. It's only money that is being scammed from outside. I think about if the USA can start searching for their own money, they will get like this village has their own money. Why am I saying so? I see some people talking about, I want to investigate the people who are sending money to Gintu, and I will deal with them circumferentially. Yet is the one who is begging daily, telling people, please send me the laptop charger, send me money to sue Gintu, send me money to buy a lawyer, send me money to do ABCD. At the end, who is to be investigated? And when the people want to be evolving out to start talking about, oh, Gintu going to be this way, and are we promoting or we are declining and getting our village to a hotspot? In a way, like, what are we doing daily? What are we doing? We are becoming stupid YouTubers in this village. Everybody is looking forward on how am I going to help this. You are doing it behind the level. You are ever talking about, oh, you understand when somebody is talking about you are blessed and you have ABCD and people have to prevail. It's in one matter. When a person comes out and tell you, please can you ask for this kind of a favor? And whenever somebody is helped, there's somebody somewhere is talking about, oh, it could be this way, it could be that way. A little bit, if you are helping, you are helping. if you have determined yourself, you're going to be doing something so meticulous from one position to another, that's better. But not in a way of circumphoniously coming to irresonate reactions and talking about, oh, you know, I have to do this because of this. Back to that. Guys, as I told you, there are some of the people asking Gintu about, oh, Gintu, can you show us the real plot that you are talking about that's going to be coming with the Creation Center? Good shout out to Mama Tandy Foundation, and they are going to be coming to make it happen, and we are on it to make it happen. So this is the plot. It reaches here. It reaches here. As you see this kind of a log, there's another log there, because here, when I was making it happen, my stepsister came and plowed here. And I told them, before things are going to be getting worse, let me find any misery thing there. It will be something else. This is where they have planted up to. And that's why I told them, you will reach here. No portraying to another area without my acknowledgement. And now this area from here to where this kind of the materials are, this is a material site. And if it's going to be like parking and much more, this is a parking area and material site. And it's going to be protected in such kind of a manner. It starts from there. So when this kind of the land was being given out with my father, as I bought this kind of the fish pond area, this area my father gave it out for me to make sure they're going to be doing this kind of the materials to this kind of the site. Another thing is some of the people are asking about, oh, Gintu, where are going to be building this kind of the house. The house, as per from this kind of the avocado tree up to the far point, up to this kind of, because this kind of the house that's going to be built, it's going to be coming inside the fish pond. It's going to be having a recreational area inside the fish pond. And for the people who want to understand, this kind of the house to be constructed here, this is an area up to where the stones are. It's going to be so relevant in a way like it's measuring 30 feet by 30 by 20 feet. 30 by 20 feet. Which is approximately, even some of the plans are already out to execute this kind of the plan out. In a way like it was to be constructed up to inside the fish pond, to make sure that the fish pond, some section of the fish pond are inside the house. In a way like it could be a recreational area, and this area that we are talking about, it could come inside the fish pond. It was to have something called a conference zone. In a way like this kind of the conference, it should be in a very large space that has more light coming in, and it could be from the fish farm. That is the plan that was to be executed from this kind of an area. So coming to that one, I've found like people right now, some of the YouTubers, they're coming out to say so nasty words, very nasty. They're talking about, oh, the gentleman has spoken with Gintu. He's going to be rearrested and he is now running for his life. The fact is one. I said one of the videos before I could get this gentleman. I told them if they want to be protected in a protective way, they should come to Gintu. Because there's nothing like a person can just maneuver around. And when we are exposing ourselves, including what we know, somebody becomes so weird, somebody becomes so bitter because we are making his philosophy to be in a backfire. And we are talking about the reality into this kind of the village. If that gentleman was hit with helmets, is it my due fact to come and tell you, guys, he was hit, but we don't know what was hit and at what kind of the level and what happened? We are expressing everything, experiencing everything, and expressing everything that happened to that gentleman what was done and why the police had to negotiate about the beatings, and also the gentleman was not paid. It's a high scam. That's why you see he was talking about, that's why he was saying about, whenever the US embassy, that's why he cannot travel, is still unto the village. He will still be at the village. Why am I saying so? When the right times reaches for you to stay at home, stay at home. And if the time has reached for you to staff and get out from the YouTube, leave the young generation to comprehend it. Be a legend at your own legendary way. But don't start mingling and ex-mingling with some of the things that cannot bring some of the mayhem here. At long last, the more is prevailing to the village, the more is just collecting some of the people whom he thinks about. Everybody is going there for their own benefit. He thinks about is the benefit. Everybody is going there for his own benefit. Let me go there because I know when I reach there, I will get things going to be so good. I'll get this, I'll get that, I'll get at this kind of the level. Everything's making sense. And he thinks about, whenever somebody goes there is a blessing. Some of them, they are going there for their own benefit, not even everybody. Because when they go there, they want to talk good about him. And when they get things, they're going to be rushing out. The people are still prevailing in his territory. They don't understand what's going to be coming out. They are not serious. They are so faking. They're thinking about this kind of the life. You should be bowing down. You should be needy. You should be using baby oils for you to prevail in this kind of the life. It doesn't matter what's going to be coming, at which rate, at which level. Be tuned. Coming to you in a short while. Guys, are back again to this kind of the portfolio. It's one-on-one live that's going to be coming from this kind of the position again. We're going to be making it happen from this kind of the catalog of the moment. And as we're going to be entangling, here we are. And what I understand is, number one, it's a continuation of where we last left. And this kind of the video is a guaranteed to show and we are showcasing some of the things that we should be undergoing and keeping them cool in this kind of the manner. You understand, sometimes you have some of the people who might be thinking about, it's only from this kind of the platform, or it could be in another platform. They're the only people who can just sustain and give out the functionality of what is just needed to this kind of the ecosystem. Sometimes we give and we don't reclaim, or we don't possess ourselves like, I did that one, I did that one. Some things, some people, sometimes they come out are talking about, it's because of this one, or it's because of that one. But I appreciate, because when I see some of the people progressing and making it happen, and from the courtesy of talking about, we have been helped. Whichever level, whichever side, whichever something small it has come, it has helped this kind of the people to progress. And to this kind of the Kariba, I have a new guest again, and we're going to be talking about who is she and how is she. We're going to be getting to know her with an immediate effect here. So back to the hotspot. It's one-on-one. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I look good. Wagwan. Now you don't see my eyes. I am eyeing forward. Exactly. How is everything right now?
Everything is fine.
How has been the life?
It's nice in senior school.
Oh, it's nice in senior school?
Yes.
Not like in primary school?
Yes.
Oh, primary school was so shocking.
Yeah, it was different compared to senior school.
Talk about the primary teachers. They were primarying you. Oh, my living God. So right now, the senior teachers now a bit... How do you see the change between the teachers of primary and the teachers? You compare them, the teachers of primary and the teachers of the senior school.
Of senior school, they are a bit good.
A bit good? Yes. Knowledged or good?
Knowledged.
Talk about sanitation. How do you see how they wear?
They wear.
And also, whenever they are walking, they always significant some of the things and the figures.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like madams, they model.
More than the primary teachers?
Yes.
The primary teachers are always wearing gown. You understand? Also talk about the payment. Yeah, those ones are paid more than this kind of the primary teachers, correct? And some of the people might be talking about, oh, Gintu, you are talking to somebody, maybe you are new to this kind of the channel, you have never seen her. And can you introduce yourself so they can just understand who you are?
Guys, hi. I'm Grace Boke. Yeah, from my former school was Kibranga Comprehensive School.
Yeah.
You supported me last time when I was going to join grade 10.
Exactly.
Yes.
Fantastic. She was one of, I understand whenever you come to talk about the students, and she ever came and talked about Gintu, if possible, and the father was here. I talked about Gintu, please, if it will be necessary, help me to make sure I'm going to be joining my grade 10. A bit it was complicated, and I see the dogs are coming to talk about Gintu. Let's make it happen. Thank you. Thank you for the security. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So as it went, the way it went, we did a video, the first video for the shopping, and some money was sent for the shopping. And again, we did the second one talking about we have done the shopping, but the money was not enough for her to join the school. And somebody contributed awesome amount of money. And the day I went there, they were going to talk about harvest some charcoal, and the father had already arranged with them all, talk about go and harvest some charcoal, sell the charcoal, whatever they will get, and they will go and sell and get her to school and buy the extra stuffs that were needed. But I reached there with an immediate effect. We bought the uniform, we paid the school fees, and the lady, as I reached there, the father took the responsibility immediately and kicked off the journey for her to go to school immediately the way it was possible. So coming to you, how did you join? Did you get now maybe you were chased back home because of whatever necessary?
No.
So until you have reached this kind of the half term,
Yes.
and you have come to say thank you very much for the people supported,
Yes.
and also to the courtesy of Gintu, because we are not bragging, and we have people who are in concern, and I like whenever I see education is prospered with the ladies and also the gentlemen, not forgetting them, and making sure that the ladies mostly, they are so much affected to this kind of the village. And what do I mean there? It's not the first time I'm rescuing her, because she gave birth while she was in primary school, and this children were twin children, boys of them. And also whenever it comes to this kind of the village, the courtesy and the culture and the norms of the culture, sometimes they say whenever a lady gives birth at her home and the first child is a boy, sometimes it brings a problem or mayhem to the marriage system in front. So what I said, because they're twins, I gave her the morale, talking about she has to go and study, because right now for somebody to marry you with two twins at first and they are boys is a bit so complicated. And also if she's gonna be married, yes, she will get, because of the beauty, because how young she is. There are so many people who are just looking for the young minors, which is not a correct thing to this kind of the valueness of valuing some of humanity, and also valuing some of the responsibility, like her to be subjected to early marriage. It will be so complicated to her. Whenever she's gonna be now growing older, she will have done some of the things that maybe she could not be for her to do it, but she was projected to it for her to do. It could be not most necessary, because whenever she's going to be getting older, she will start talking about some diseases that look at her right now. If she's going to be married, not like she has now two twins, it will be like, it's not a young boy like Gintu will come to marry her. The person who's going to be coming, because all the boys will be fearing, no, who is going to start this kind of the game 2-0 or whatever and whatever. You understand what I mean? And the person who will come, it's either to be married as a second wife or to be married with the person who the wife went. And this kind of the person has already passed through much, and whatever she's going to be dispatched at that kind of the house, it will be chaos and terrible. And that's what I saw, and I said, no, this kind of the lady needs better education for her to educate and to be educated, and also do the better things to this kind of the ecosystem. And also, when I see the young ladies are progressing to make sure they're going to be getting education, muchly this education, it's not like I've helped to see her progressing. I've helped her, meaning like I like to see education, people being allies to the society, because they are our future leaders tomorrow. If we don't protect them today, who will protect them tomorrow? It will be something else that we don't acknowledge, and it will be a failure to the village if all the ladies will be subjected to early marriages, subjected to early diseases, and they will not progress, and they will leave some of us stuck outside here talking about these children. Now they are left to you, and now maybe this kind of the children, they will grow in a hard family. They will be just coming out talking about one day, one time you had this kind of the opportunity, but it could not come out. That's why you see this YouTube family, if we can use it the more exclusively, we can have a standardized way of talking about this is the future of them and the future of this kind of the village for tomorrow. And coming back to you, at whenever you have just reached here, which school did you join?
I joined Moisuba Girls.
Moisuba Girls.
Yes.
And how many subjects do you do?
I'm taking 3.
How many subjects?
3, but there are other subjects that are compulsory.
Okay, 3. What do you mean by 3?
I'm taking, for myself, I choose physics, biology, and chemistry.
And chemistry.
Yes.
The sciences.
Yes.
And compulsory? Maths, English, Kiswahili.
Maths, English, Kiswahili. In our school, computer is compulsory.
Oh, computer studies compulsory.
Yes, for grade 10.
For grade 10s.
Yes.
Oh my living God. So you are doing 7 subjects.
Yes.
When we joined Form 1, we were doing 14.
Wow.
Now they are cut up to 7. Oh my living God. Including now, you are talking about which kind of the subject am I going to start on? And you have CRE religious, you have history, you have geography, so many of them. And all of them, you have to cram them. They have to be onto your head. From Form 1 and Form 2, you will select the subjects that you need you in Form 3.
Actually, selecting in grade 11.
In grade 11.
Yes.
Oh my living God. It's very better. Now the education is now changing. And you could get like, you are a good performer in sciences. You are a good performer in maths, maybe English, and this kind of the sciences.
Yes.
But when it comes to religious, you have never went to church like again.
Oh, they are difficult for me.
It made me to hate religious education. Up to some point where he talked about this is not so good, because it reached at a time somebody is asking me who was the father to Ebenezer. Oh my living God. It was a misery. It was a myth and misconception to me. I'm not encouraging some of the people who are taking it, but I'm not discouraging anyone. But to me, compulsory how it was, I never saw as it was adding thing, whereby you are learning so many things that at the end you are selecting some of the things. Maybe talk about it was basic education. Maybe it was say about it. It was basic, and it was maybe basic in a way like it was a fundamental education. In a way like it could assist somewhere. It's only the point where I got geography. The world is circumnavigating. You know that one? The world is circle.
Yes.
The world is circle. So in we talk about the world is circumnavigating, and there's so many things that I learned. Lunar eclipse. But when it comes to the real thing outside here, I have never seen lunar eclipse that helping me. Lunar eclipse, how is it helping us? Maybe we say maybe we're gonna be monitoring the moon and talk about now the rain gonna be raining. Maybe weather focus. Sometimes well, if you're gonna be reflecting to that one. But that one doesn't matter. Education is education. It was a bygones right now. It's gonna be a new education system. So coming to you at this kind of the point here.
Yes.
You joined late. And did you had talk about maybe the exams? You did the exams?
No, we alone given cards.
Oh, you did some cards. Oh, the cards is the ones that maybe they are reflecting where you have reached in terms of studies by each subject. Oh, so you're performing good?
Yes.
You are getting something?
Yes.
Is there a selection of answers?
No.
You answer yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Hey. So what about when we were learning some of the stuffs like history. Is there no history there?
No, me, I'm taking STEM. History is in social science, part 2.
Oh, we have some people, you are doing sciences.
Part 3, yes, STEM.
Part?
The pathway of STEM.
Pathway of STEM.
Yes, as we have 3 pathways in senior school, I'll taking social science, and like me, I'm taking STEM, and
STEM
others,
science.
yes, sciences and mathematics.
Hey, I've never seen this one.
Pure sciences and mathematics.
That's what you are doing.
Yes.
So the 3 section is STEM science, social science, and
And art and sports science.
arts and sports science. So talk about geography is there,
Geography,
but in other
yes,
STEMs.
Pathway, social science.
Social science, CRE,
Even CRE is falling under social science.
social science.
Yes.
Oh, because some of the things you are doing them socially.
Yes.
In a way, like the religious, you do it socially sometimes. History,
Yes,
geography,
literature, Fasihi.
or literature, Swahili.
As you are doing only English grammar, and them they are doing
Oh,
literature,
literature.
Fasihi, yes.
Oh, talk about novels. Okay, I got you. Storybooks and much more.
Yes.
So you cannot read. So sometimes storybooks are helping in terms of maybe opening your mindset and why.
You can read for your own benefit.
Oh, for your own benefit.
Yes, in STEM pathway.
Or in STEM pathway.
Yes.
Hey, I've never
But
known
in
this.
class you are only
Grammar
studying
only.
grammar only.
Grammar.
Yes.
The synonym of whatever. Antonyms.
Yes.
These ones. Oh, the grammar one. Exactly. It's called exclamation marks.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, prefixes. Let me not talk about that one because it was a mess whenever I was there. Sometimes I might talk about I know, but whenever I go there, I don't know. I understand that one, but it's the education system in Kenya called the CBC. They call
CBE.
the CBE,
Yes.
not CBC.
They have changed.
CBE.
Yes. to
So C represent
competency based.
competency
Yes.
based education. Exactly. So guys, back to you. How are the children at home?
They are fine.
They're
but
fine.
one is feeling unwell.
Oh, one is feeling unwell.
Yes.
So you left the children to your sister?
No, my mom.
No, and your sister was available because when I was there,
Not here now.
she's not here.
Yes.
She has joined already there.
No, she has traveled to my sister.
She has gone to your sister
Yes.
for maybe relaxing visitations a bit.
Yes.
Okay, so your mom was the one who was handling your children at home,
Yes.
and
my
your dad
wife.
also.
Yes.
Or your wifey. Talk about the in-laws,
Yes.
sister-in-law. Okay, so this kind of the artifact. So when you came, you find a bit the children are gonna be having a problem. Had they missed you maybe?
Yes.
Are still breastfeeding?
No.
Or you terminated them?
Yes.
How old are they?
They are around 1 year 4 months.
1 year 4 months.
Yes.
And a bit of a question here. When you gave them, did you know like you were having twins when you were giving birth?
Yeah, I knew.
You knew.
Yes,
You went for the
because
radiography, ultrasound.
Yes.
You knew there were 2 twins.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I understand how it's gonna be, and you understand whenever some of us, whenever we're gonna be having maybe a wife or for the people who are just pregnant, they talk about, oh, this kind of the child has become too much into my stomach, and whenever you deliver, you talk about, oh, my lingua. Talk about now 2 of them, and this young lady. How old are you? Maybe some of the people might be asking. 17 years.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So you are doing better in the school right now,
Yes.
and you have adjusted to the environment,
Yes.
and now it's competition. How many are you in your stream?
We are 56.
56. How many streams?
We have 14 streams.
14.
Yes.
So each stream has more than 50?
56. But others have more than 50.
60 to 60 maybe.
Yes.
So you are,
Others are continue joining.
or some of them are joining. So you are more than 800.
We are 680 now.
680.
Yes.
My living God. Hey, now it's competition after competition.
Yes. We are waiting for the end term exam.
Okay, that will just come. Talk about we're never going to be getting back. When are you going back to school?
On Monday.
After half term.
Next week on Monday.
Next week on Monday. Oh my God. So now you have gone to school and now you're going to be getting some 2 3 things and getting education, whereby you're going to be getting education to come and help your maybe parents, because you have seen their life at home.
Yes.
And it's a life that is wanting, you know it, and they're struggling to make sure they're going to be, you as a lady, getting education, because you are the people going to be helping them.
Yes.
Because most of, maybe some of your brothers have already married. Now your father can never depend on them.
Yes.
You understand? And a lady, whenever you are just coming up as a lady, you have to make sure that you have that kind of a courtesy. You saw how your father was struggling, and do you know how many times your father came to me talking about, oh, please make sure that one time I told him, no problem, you just come one day that you feel. And he was ever telling me, you are not available, you are I don't know where, I don't know, Ligorian, I don't know, somewhere something in Masai, in the Masai area, or Kilgoris.
Yes.
And he told me about, oh, one day I'll call her, I see whenever she's gonna be coming, I'm burning some charcoal, and I'm burning some charcoal. Imagine your father was burning charcoal to sell charcoal and get you from your, I don't know if it's your aunt or whoever was there. Your aunt?
No, my sister.
Your sister.
Yes.
So you can imagine your father could burn some charcoal to get you from your sister there. What about going to school? It could be a problem, you understand?
Yes.
And that's why I told him, please, you just come, whatever we'll be finding, everything will just be okay. So already you came with a little bit of some 2 3 things to say here.
Yes.
And what have you been sent?
Me, first, I have come here to give thanks to you and the guys that supported me. I'm really enjoying the studies in senior school that I could have not expected that I will join senior school, but because of you guys, I have joined and I'm really enjoying the studies there and the environment there. I'm interacting with different students from different counties. Yes. Here, when we were coming for half term, we were sent to buy a tablet and the money that was left for the school fees, the few money that left.
Okay, the few money.
Yes.
Okay. So at the age of the moment, you are talking about your school has a compulsory, and you talked about you're doing computer science, or the computer as a subject.
Yes.
And this kind of the computer we are talking about here, our school doesn't have enough resources in terms of the computers.
Yes, they are not enough.
They are not enough.
Yeah. When you see grades, there are many, and for the senior students like Form 3 and Form 4, they are also using those computers, and they are 26, and we are many.
Oh, there are only 26 computers in that school.
Yes.
Oh my God. So competition is high, and whenever you are told about, oh, we are going for the computer lesson, you are running. It's your speed that will determine how it will be.
Yes.
Sometimes you join them. Talk about sometimes you can get the streams, like 3 they have computer.
Yes.
And for you to join the same class, for you to study computer, sometimes you might find there are only 2 teachers in that school, or 1.
We have
4 teachers.
Yes.
So for them to handle this kind of the computer, sometimes you can get, there's a teacher who will teach you and get something from her or him. A bit complicated, but I understand it, because even me, I did a computer. Yeah, I know the background of computer. You think about it, I don't know. Who was the father of computers?
Charles Darwin.
No. No.
You have not been taught.
Charles Garbage. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one. And I was pinched. And one day the teacher came and talked about, hello class, who is the father of computers? You. I was the first one to be spotted. I said, I don't know what garbage. Kijana, you are not getting it. I was pinched a bit and talked about, say, Charles Garbage. Charles Garbage, yeah. And the first computers were called abacus.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that one, it was compulsory for you to know. I understand, and I know more also about the computer. The first knowledge, talk about maybe the generation of computers. Have you learned about that one?
No.
You have not teached them?
They have started to introduce
Yeah, it's an introduction to you to
So
computer.
because we don't have enough resources,
Uh-huh.
they told us they will introduce it next term when every child has bought a tablet or a laptop.
Oh, so you are told to go with a tablet, and
Or
what about the stealing, or are you gonna be storing them at the
Yes.
computer zone?
Our teacher told us that she will be keeping for us in the evening.
Oh, in the evening.
Yes.
So after the talk about you gonna be using
after the lesson.
or talk about when some of you might be having now other misery, maybe videos that are gonna be fantasy videos inside there, or they're gonna be checked before in. Yeah.
He told us that he will be keeping maybe after the lesson, sometimes in the evening.
Sometimes in the evening.
Yes.
Hey. Okay, even I remember even our studies, we were told during leisure time, maybe games time, if you have time you want to learn more, you can come with a person who knows more computer to come and teach you.
Yes.
Typing and much more. Okay, you're gonna be having that kind of the dawn's time. You can use the computers because it's yours. Sometimes you can do ABCD. So is it restricted computers or the normal computer tablet you're talking about?
It is. I think it's normal because they didn't specify.
They never specified.
Yes.
Hey, guys, I don't know how much the tablet costs, and she's requesting if for the people who ever came out and supported and talked about let this kind of the lady go back to school, and let us give her the second chance, which whereby some of the people can never will never give you. In a way they will talk about no, she's now a failure. Never too late, and that's what I know. And it's not the first time I've taken this kind of the girl back to school, because soon it's not the first time I'm taking the ladies to school. I started with Obasa. The first time I started getting this kind of the girl child to school, it was starting with Obasa. And it was so necessary for her to go and join the school, but they brought some of miscellaneous. Also, there's another lady who was mishandled with, talk about another gentleman here called Gitiriba. She was called Mary, and I took her back to school because it was necessary for them to learn. And also so many of them, including there's another lady here, she's called Pascalia, and not Pascalia, she's called Jacinta. Some of the people will just understand that kind of the name. She was called Jacinta. She was the lady who wanted to, you can imagine some of the people like you finish Form 4, yes, and you got now the background of you is now misery. And how you have studied, you understand how you are now studying. You are asking for the support, for the sponsors to sponsor you. After again finishing your Form 4, you get again, the life becomes so harder. So this lady saw like there's no hope. She was about to go and commit suicide. And it was a bit so complicated. And I took that kind of the lady and I shot a video. She was helped up to this kind of the moment. As we are speaking, she is studying in computer studies, the same way we're talking about computer packages, yes, and computer, I don't know how they call it, but computer science, something like that one. In a college, and right now she's progressing so meticulous, and I can call her, you can hear her voice, very meticulous. And also we are looking forward for her to go to Ghana, and we want her to study in Ghana, you can imagine. And sometimes we are not bragging about it and much more. It's the God's grace, and if God has open the opportunity like you have to progress, you will. Even God knows who will help you to make it. And maybe there will be a thing that will make you to reach there. When it has become to the end, like this lady was about to commit suicide, but it reached at a point whereby Gintu now was found. Yes. And I was told Gintu go and rescue this kind of the lady. And now, as she was there, also the sister, she was called Pascaria, we took the charge to make sure we're going to be supporting her also. And I'm going to be calling her to understand what is... let me call her to hear what's going to be popping out from her. And I know... Jacinta, Salamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Inshallah wa barakatuh ishakum simatusi. How are you?
I'm good.
How is education?
Iko sawa.
Education iko fiti. Uko chuo mama umeshatoka?
Nimetoka.
Na ulinidanganya unakuja home visitation. What happened?
Nitakuja.
Hata Yesu alisema anakuja, hajawahi kuja.
Sasa mimi sita take time kama Yesu.
Hiyo yote usha take time tayari. It is time wasted, time recovered.
Nitakuja hivi mpaka nikuje kumuona.
Si ati hata mimi unakuja kuniona?
Si wewe nakuja kuona.
Umeniruka.
Si wewe.
Lakini masomo yako fiti? Na uko home ama? Safi. Na Pascal yako fiti? Kila kitu iko sawa? Safi. No problem. Haya basi. Maybe naweza pitia hiyo base.
Tukuje basi. Hata hivyo umetutupa.
I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm coming there today.
Sawa.
Haya. So you can hear the voice now. He's voicing. You can hear her? Yeah, she's now enjoying the life because the life was not the way it is. And we are looking forward for, I think my sister, she's here. She's going to be, where did you reach about the passport? I want Jacinta and the sister to go to another country. I think Ghana. They're going to be studying there for better education. Because I heard about Ghana has a very better education, and also they have intellectual top-notch education from that kind of an area. And I want to send them there.
I received mine.
Oh, you received your passport?
I already have it.
I'm looking forward for now. I think you're going to be taking the charge. I want you to, I'm going to be connecting you with them. And also the mom. We are not leaving the mom because they have a mom.
The whole family.
The whole family in Kirudi Gintu.
We'll be moving to Ghana.
Aria. It's not a time of fighting this kind of the village here. It's time for us to look for a better tomorrow. And a better tomorrow, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe one day, one time, it will be your turn. And keep struggling. And don't ever feel like you are, maybe you are coming from a family that doesn't have money or it doesn't reach the expectation of you. And as I told you, whenever go back to school there, behave normal and also understand like you are coming from different backgrounds.
Yes.
In a way like sometimes somebody can come here and talk about, oh, you Gintu, oh, look at this kind of the bigger house that is here. You are coming from a rich family. My friend, for you to struggle and make this one is not a joke. Correct?
Yes.
So whenever you're going to be coming and talking about, oh, Gintu has a very beautiful house. Can you do better? And whenever you see like Gintu is doing this one, do it more than. They talk about a lady, what a man can do.
A lady can do it better.
A lady or a woman?
Sorry.
A lady cannot do it.
A woman can do it 3 times.
Who told you?
Better.
If you can do it 3 times better, can you ride a motorbike with no shirt?
Yes, on a very high speed.
Failure. That was sometimes some things they can just be worn with
Okay, we just say that to just be encouraged.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think everything is to encourage ladies, but to the gentlemen they can do it.
Yeah.
In a way like some things gentlemen can. If a gentleman is missing to your home, you lack something. And also even if there's no a man in that home, there's a lack of something there. And some people have to understand a man stands as a man and a lady or a woman stands as a woman. So back to this kind of an ecosystem. As I was saying, there are so many ladies that have talked about students have taken back to school, including most of the people have missed this kind of the ladies. Talk about Jacinta, talk about Pascalia. They're out of the internet. And because some of them, they want to be starting cooking, talking about, oh, Gintu, A, B, C, D. We never wanted much more. And some of the things we are doing them small, from down to up. In a way like whatever comes is what is delivered. Talk about Magebo's family. I'm taking Magebo's family, talk about all the 3 children. I've taken them back to school getting them to boarding schools and also getting more education, giving them all the expenses and also a stationery that they need in that school for their study. And from that one also, talk about Mr. Magabo's position, Magabo's position, which is the Jiga's family also. I've taken a lady to school and the young boy called her, "Are you back to school?" You can understand that one. And very many of them, talk about in the college there, there are people who took my position, that I was a real chief chef, and I left school fees there, and I left somebody to study with my school fees. It was a lot of money, and the school talked about we will not return the money. I saw, do you know me? You don't know me. Can I bring a student and can learn with that money? Yes. I brought their student, and there's a student who is learning there, which is mechanic and engineering, and is making it and is progressing with my money. So a little bit, sometimes we offer where it's more predictably, like we can make it happen for it to come out. And that's why I always come out and talk about, it's not much we come out and brag like, oh, I'm helping the environment, or I'm helping the ecosystem, I'm helping the villagers, or you might be ABCD, this kind of the people, they're bad. There's nobody is bad. It depends with who is watching you and who doesn't watch you. Whoever doesn't watch you, they look you as bad. Whoever watch you, they look you as a good person. So that is what is intervals in this kind of the ecosystem of the YouTube, and we have to understand how it is coming. And it's a high time for us to start doing better for the better tomorrow of our young people, and also encouraging the hotspot. Like I was saying, the Creation Center that was to be supported with the Mama Tandi Foundation, and also we are on it to make sure that we're going to be coming up and the construction will be starting as soon as possible of the Creation Center. We wanted the Creation Center to have Wi-Fi. Like her right now, we could be installing their computers and tablets as she's talking, and we could be giving out this kind of the tablets and computers. When it reaches some of the funds going to be coming so meticulous, we can give them out to the students. And also it's going to be a educational center in a way, like they're going to be coming and learning. It will be so meticulous in a way, like you can come, learn, enjoy, see the adventure. Why did I progress to go to the fish zone there? Because of the environment. If we create a very better environment, like it has some fish there, it has some goats there, it has some chicken there, and also it has a very good environment. There's some of the rivers there, and also I saw my brother there has some horses. It could be so meticulous if you can build a very taller building and you can just view the whole area, how it's looking so beauty. In a way, like somebody can talk about after studying, I will go to the top roof and I will see how the environment is looking at the YouTube zone. I will talk about this YouTube zone. It could be so meticulous in that kind of an area. That's why I chose to go to Nyamwini, so I can just make sure that I'm going to be developing that area to have a creation center there. And also, they're going to be learning session for the people who have finished the Form 4, including if she's going to be finishing her Form 4, talk about she's studying for the computers, which is the computer sciences and much more, and some sciences there. We have something called hatcheries, and hatcheries depend on the science because of the foods that are going to be given out. Talk about the genes of this kind of the fish and much more. And this is the science that you can just go to the laboratory and formulate a food which will be just eaten with a dog, will be eaten with a chicken, will be eaten with a fish. And that is science we are talking about here. And if we give them the room for that kind of the way of talking about this kind of a creation center, going to be developing such kind of the young empowerment ladies and young empowered gentlemen to reach their own course, like they can make it happen from one position to another. And it's because of some misery. Some people think about we are doing it for our own benefits. No, we are looking at it how we are helping for today. What about tomorrow? Sometimes we are talking about let us give a permanent solution. Right now in Kenya, there is unemployment, which is frustrating, and it's now taking the course like 40% of the youths are not employed, and talk about 20% are employing themselves. Talk about self-employed, and how many percentage? Talk about not even 40% is not, 63% is not employed. 20% are from self-employment. That's already 83. 17% are employed. So you can come to realize in this kind of the Kenya, if you don't create a space for the people to come, daily there are graduates. Daily there are graduates. Daily there are people who are joining schools. And there are people who are graduating, people who are getting to kindergarten. In a way, like the education is circling and everybody needs an employment. That's why we are now lacking in discipline to the villages. That's why everybody's looking like what Gintu can make, let me do it better for it to become. And if it's so necessary, it will be so meticulous if you're doing something which is straightforward. And where are we running to? If we cannot encourage these young ladies and gentlemen to make sure whenever they're studying, they have to learn understanding like they're going to be employing themselves. Be accurate in school and be thinking. Do you do something called Science Congress?
Yes, we have it, but I'm not in that club.
Why?
I'm in mathematics.
You cannot even take SISO and cheat people in that kind of the Science Congress. You put oxide in this kind of the SISO and you stamp it, become oil, and you put the water inside and kill bed bugs. Can't you do that one?
Yes, I will try next time.
Yeah. You should try something, and you should try one day, because in the whole Kenya, we don't have a person who can rectify a thermos, a vacuum flask. Yes. Do you know that one? Yes. If a vacuum flask is making tea cold, nobody can return it to its original point. The whole Kenya. So if you can be so meticulous, I come and buy a thermos, you go and study it, and come out to be one of the meticulous people who can make it happen. Even if you're going to be pouring inside whatever chemical, even if you're going to be doing whatever necessary, what do we need? I'm just trying for you to be creative. Yes. In a way, like right now in this Kenya, it's creativity that will give you out. It's a creativity that will make you to be who you will be. You understand? Yes. And God in front. It's always they talk about God in front. Ukora kidogo. Mungu mbele. And their life continues as normal. And thank you very much. And we're going to be looking to that one. And things are going to be popping out. Yes. And God bless you for your time and also taking this kind of opportunity. Also, Jesus said, whenever Jesus said, I gave this one this money, I gave this one a little bit, and I healed some of them, very less of them, 1 out of 10, went and talked about thank you for whatever you did, for you healing me. And she has come already and she's talking about thank you very much for the people who helped and subjected themselves into supporting her to go to grade 10 and joining the school, because it was so hard because of getting bearing children at home, and she was lactating a bit. It was complicated for her to leave the children and go for education. You understand what we mean about a child and what you pass through to have those children. And when you leave them aside and talk about let me go for education, you understand what I mean. As you're going to be finishing the last remarks?
Yes. Have a fantastic time, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm wishing you a wonderful year.
Wonderful year? Wonderful February. Exactly. February. Exactly. So we have Kate here. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
How is everything?
Everything is nice.
Everything's so awesome. And you're going to be giving yourself a shout out here.
Oh yes. Although I want to start, I'm preparing myself so I can start a new channel. They can be 2, even 3. Kimberly and Bentley wants a channel.
Wagwan.
Yeah, and maybe me also I'll be adding another one. So it's a year of preparation.
Exactly.
And you have to make it, you know. And for everybody watching, my name is Kate Sigano. Thank you guys for being here with us. It has been a lot of work, you know. Everybody who has actually been following knows that it's not actually, you cannot just wake up and make it. You have to struggle. Maybe there are days that you will be down, falling and waking up, but you don't have actually to be like, you know, now you're losing hopes. You have to go steady by steady. And one thing I can tell people is that everybody has got a nice day. Not each day you will be struggling. There is that one day that everything will be put in a stop and the struggle will actually be a forgotten thing. So whoever is watching, keep trusting and check the process.
Woo! Wherever you are, as I'm going to be ending this kind of the video, guys, we have a very good music here, and I think she's going to be dancing today. Don't worry.
I'm not good in that.
No, you are good in. Do you do drama?
No.
You don't do drama?
Yes, I don't.
Can you be an actress?
Yes, I can.
You can? Thank you. That's what I was asking. Don't worry. Guys, we have a very cool music here.
It's Ginto.
We have a...
Yes, it's Ginto.
Yeah, man.
His name echoed through the hills so true.
Uh-huh.
When the sun rises over dusty roads of Nyabohans, he's already carrying the people's load.
His name is Ginto. Hear the children sing. A humble heart.
Yeah, man.
What a warrior king.
Woo!
He stands for truth.
Uh-huh.
He stands so tall. When darkness falls, he answers the call. When the hungry cry, he brings the bread. When the weak feel fear, he lifts their head. No crown upon him yet, we all know he's a light in the village glow. Gentle,
Protector of the village,
gentle,
wisdom in every bit,
gentle,
standing firm for truth.
feeding the needy, guiding the youth.
Let's make into the village chief of Nyabohans. Let's make into the mayor of peace of Nyabohans.
Guys, it's a very slow motion and also making it happen. And if you can just get it, you can come to the G Boom Play and make it happen. Keep tuned. Back to you in a short while after handing the matters that are going to be coming and being sorted out one-on-one. As we say, keep tuned, keep it locked. Much more iconic. It's Anosko Gintu. Subscribe, like, share, comment. As we groove together as a team and we embrace empowerment. As we go, no intimidation, no accusations. We stand still to be we, as we are we. Back to you in the studios.